What's going on, everyone? I'm the Wizarding Nerd, and in today's video we're going to be going over all the wands that we've seen so far in Hogwarts Legacy. If you're anything like me, you're probably obsessed with wands, but for some reason I haven't taken the time to get a good look at the wands in Hogwarts Legacy, so today I wanted to do exactly that. I pulled up the original trailer in the State of Play and frame by frame went through the whole thing looking for cool wands, and surprisingly, I found about 20 different shots where it showcases them, so let me know which one's your favorite. I know we all want to be able to customize our wands, but
the wand chooses the wizard.
But if a cool looking wand doesn't choose me, I'm gonna uninstall the game. Let me know in the comments what your favorite wand of all time is, and without further ado, let's get started. This is the first look we get at the main character's wand, and for simplicity's sake, I'm going to be referring to this as the default wand, because we see this wand a lot. But it's a really good look. We can see how it tapers and notches right in here. Up next, these are the first two wands we get in the original trailer that came out last year. This one kind of looks like it's just the default wand, maybe a slightly different color. It's not solid black like the other one was. And then next to it, this is the best frame we get in the whole thing. It's a little bit blurry, but you can see that it's a different color and a little bit different shape. It kind of notches and tapers a little bit differently here. So it's good to know here that we get a little bit of variety. Following that up, we get two shots of Sebastian and the main character, and they have exactly the same wand. This is definitely a default wand. If you take a look here, a little bit farther on in the trailer, you can see a better look. It's pretty much exactly the same. It's tapers, it notches right in here. But going back to that, what is going on with her face? Like, she looks like she has seen some After the last one, we see a potential Weasley with another default wand. It's hard to tell, but it looks like it pretty much just tapers exactly like that last one does. We do see this professor use her wand a second later, but it's so small and hard to make out, it isn't really worth putting in the video. Here we get another action shot from the original trailer, and you can tell that it's a different wand because it tapers a little bit differently right up in here, and then gets real wide right there. Kind of cool looking. Also, if this was a little bit clearer image, it would make a pretty good wallpaper with all the sparks and everything flying throughout the air. Now here's a pretty cool one from that original trailer. This one's pretty cool. It's got a lot of thorns on it. It kind of looks like the Blackthorn wand that Harry uses in the Deathly Hallows. So far, I think this one is definitely the most unique wand that we see. This is the best frame of this guy running down the tunnel, and you can see almost clearly that it's another default wand. This one's kind of hard to tell. I had to zoom in quite a bit to get a good look at it, but at least it's a lighter color than the other ones. This guy's wand goes flying, and you can see that it's a little bit thicker in the middle there, but that doesn't mean much since it's flying through the air, and it could just be a weird frame from all the motion in this scene. Now we're moving on to professors, and whoever this guy is, if he's not one, his wand kind of looks like a default wand judging by this part right here, but it does seem like it might be a little bit thicker in the handle. This part could just be his fingers, but it does kind of look like they cut off right here, so I'm guessing that this part right here is, like I said, just a little bit thicker. Next up we have the Herbology Teacher, and let me tell you, it's nice to see a different looking wand in the State of Play. I thought all the wands were going to be the same exact one, and it really had me worried for a while, but no, hers has a nice orange crystal or whatever this is at the bottom, so that's refreshing. Here we've got Professor Figg, and his wand is definitely looking a little thick right in the base there. It's still basically a default wand, but at least it's a little bit different compared to how thin the main character's wand is looking back there. Up next, we've got the first of our bad guys, and if we zoom in right here, oh, look at that, it says to subscribe. How about that? Our next bad guy has a magic floating wand, and if you look right here, it looks like it's just a little bit thicker in the base, but if we skip forward just a few more frames, we see that it's probably just a default wand, with the exception of this bit right here that looks a little bit more tapered than the rest of them. But again, that could just be because there's so much action and movement going on in this scene. This is another one that would make a pretty cool wallpaper. The final shots of the bad guys we see are of Rookwood and Hogsmeade, and he conveniently holds his wand in a way so that we can see the entire thing, and his looks like a mix of the default wand and the Herbology Teacher's wand with that little gem at the bottom. So nice to see that they're mixing and matching stuff, and also nice to see they've got all these Hogwarts banners in the back. I didn't notice that before. That's a nice touch. And while that is the last wand we see, that's far from the end of the Hogwarts Legacy content we get. So click the like button and then hit this video here to find out which locations were just confirmed by the ASMR rain video. And until next time, catch you next time, nerds.